The next feature we'd like to discuss is layaway. Layaway is usually a two-step process. One step being you accepting the deposit for the item to be put on layaway. So normally a customer will come in to just pay the deposit or whatever it takes to put the item on layaway and keep it for them. And then the second step and the final step will be finalizing the sale when the rest of the payment is received. The customer coming back and giving you the full amount, the rest of what they owed you, and you giving them the item that was put on layaway. For this particular video tutorial, since we only have bottles of water in inventory and some pop, we'll just use 20 bottles of water as an example. So we'll go ahead and scan them now. Next we'll go to customer menu and layaway. That's the customer menu, and we'll select layaway in here. And this is the layaway feature screen. And in this first step, the first half of the screen applies, which is to put the invoice on layaway. And as instructed in here, you can input the amount that you're collecting right now, the deposit, the amount that will be paid immediately. You can do that in one of two ways. You can put a exact dollar amount, or if you want the software to calculate a percentage, if you have a set rule in your company like 20% gets you the deposit, you know, you can write 20 in here for 20%, or let's say we'll do $10. As you can see in here, it gives you the invoice balance, the current invoice balance, and the remaining balance. So as soon as you put a, let's say, $10 deposit, figures change. Invoice balance of course stays the same, but the remaining balance is $22.10, meaning $10 less, given you know, the fact that they put a $10 deposit in there. So now we'll go ahead and click submit in order for this information to be computed. And as you can see, the look of the sale changed significantly in here. Now the water is priced at 0 because they're not actually buying this item today. They're not paying the full price, so we can't ring it up as the full price. And it put an additional line on the invoice that says layaway deposit, and the layaway deposit is at $10. So, you know, of course, without tax or anything, it just calculates at a $10 because this is just the deposit, and it's fine to go ahead without tax at this point. When we finalize, there'll be tax and everything. So we'll go ahead and hit tender, and tender at this point as any other sale. Now let's say some time has passed and the customer is returning to pay the rest of their bill, to pay the rest of the money for this item and pick it up from deposit. We'll go again to customer menu and then layaway. And now the second part of this screen applies, where we need to collect for or cancel an existing layaway invoice. Of course, cancel if, you know, the customer never shows or they come back and they just want their money back or something like that. You can of course cancel. And here in this drop down menu, you will have all of the invoice numbers that are currently sitting on layaway and are unpaid for. So you can quickly find yours. Right now we just have one. It's invoice number 4 in this case. So we'll go ahead and click collect balance. Of course, the other option is to cancel layaway. We'll go ahead and proceed with the normal procedure, collect balance. Now the software is advising you to return $10. It's technically returning $10 because at this point it's gonna wanna you know, make a sale of the real value of the product. It's gonna want to sell that 20 bottles of water at its real price, not at 0, you know. So the easy way to present it on a final receipt is the water was sold clearly at the price that it's costing and the price it should be sold for. So it's mimicking like a refund of the $10 deposit, and then it's entering the real price of the water, and it's just entering another line in here that's significant that this was a layaway deposit transaction, just so it's not forgotten, or in future reference, if they come back with the receipt, you'll know that a actual layaway procedure took place in here with this. So all trace is not lost to the fact that in the new receipt, to the fact that this was a layaway procedure. And at this point, we just go ahead and tender it out like any other sale. And that's how we do a layaway.